Hey guys, it's Leanne, and today I am going to be doing a book haul in a TBR. TBR basically means to be read, and I'm just going to share with you guys all the books that I want to read, and I'm basically going to show you guys every book that I bought recently. Some of them are from a couple of months ago. I meant to film this video like literally a couple months ago because of everything that's happening lately, and I couldn't really film this video, and every time I did try to film it, it was just crappy and I didn't like it, so I scrapped it, and then I kept just redoing it, but you know, now we're here, and yeah, let's get into it. First book I have is Stephen King's Pet Sematary. I've never seen the movie, although I've seen a clip of the movie and it was pretty weird. I don't really remember what happens in the movie clip, to be honest. Pet Sematary, from what I know, is about a boy who has a dead animal and he buries it. I'm guessing a cat because there's a cat on the cover, but he buries it and then it comes back to life. I know that Fairly Odd Parents like did an episode based on it where Timmy's hamster like came back to life and like started to try to kill everybody, which was such a scary episode, and it actually like gave me nightmares. It scared me so much as a kid. Like I was terrified of that hamster. But anyways, I don't know why they thought that was a good episode for TV for children. Then I have Stephen King's Misery, and I've seen the movie for this and it has Kathy Bates in it. I don't think this is so much of a horror film, maybe a thriller, I don't know, kind of pushing it. It's actually not that scary at all, but it's about this author who writes these novels, and he has like a really big fan base, and one of his biggest fans kidnaps him, and then it goes downhill from there. Misery was like $4, and I also got that at a used bookstore. The next book I have is The Shining. I know all Stephen King books. I think this is my last Stephen King book actually, so don't worry. I've seen the movie The Shining. I know that these are all books that have movie adaptations, but honestly, I didn't even know that they were books before. Like obviously I knew like Shining and like Misery and all that stuff. Sometimes like I don't know that they have originally been a book and then they were adapted into a movie. So yeah, that's why, and I ended up picking the book up because I want to read more about it, or just like kind of like a different point of view, because sometimes book to movie adaptations are very unrealistic, or they don't really stay on script to what the book is like. So it's good to always go back and read the original content. The Shining is just about this family that kind of sits this hotel over the winter. But yeah, this is The Shining, and I got this for $4. No, this was $3 at the used bookstore. The next book I got is also from the used bookstore, and it's Elizabeth Bishop, Edgar Allan Poe and the Juke-Box, Uncollected Poems, Drafts, and Fragments, edited and annotated by Alice Quinn. So I didn't buy this, my friend bought it for me, and I'm very happy because I love this cover. I think this cover is so pretty. I actually have no idea what this book is about. I'm guessing it's poems by Elizabeth Bishop, Edgar Allan Poe, and the Juke-Box. But other than that, I'm very confused about it. It's a very, very pretty book, and I don't really know anything about the Juke-Box or Elizabeth Bishop, so this should be interesting. Another book that I got from the used bookstore is Anne Rule's The Stranger Beside Me, and this is just a biography about Ted Bundy himself. This is a woman who worked alongside Ted Bundy at a suicide hotline for I don't know how many years, but yeah, and she was like kind of close friends with him, and she just writes about his crimes and his victims and just like how he was when he worked with her. So this is a very interesting book. As you can tell, I'm very interested in true crime and thrillers, horror. I don't know, I just have a fascination with that, and I think it's very interesting. I love true crime. Like, I don't know, I've been listening to so many true crime podcasts. Like, I finished Case File. Well, I didn't finish it, I'm like all up to date from Case File. I'm listening to Sword and Scale right now, which is pretty interesting, and I also watch a lot of true crime shows and documentaries. Love documentaries. The next book I have is Gillian Flynn's Gone Girl, and I've seen the movie. Again, I know I'm really bad at watching movies and then finding out their books, but I'm really interested in reading the book because I've seen the movie. Very good movie. I've watched it about like 5 times, and I really love the movie, so I can't wait to read this book. I don't really know how to explain the synopsis without giving it away, but I think basically about this married couple, and the wife disappears. The husband is trying to find her, and in the midst of that, a whole shitload of stuff comes pouring down, and no one knows what's happening, and I don't know what's happening, and it's just a mystery waiting to be uncovered. I got this at the used bookstore. I got this at the used bookstore for literally $5, and I'm so happy because this is in very good condition and it retails for like $17, so thank God. Okay, last couple books. These are like mini books, but these ones were free, so I didn't buy it, but this is from the used bookstore. This is Just For You, Inspirational Treasures, and this is like a Jesus pamphlet or a God pamphlet or a church pamphlet. Church pamphlet? Do they give these out at church? I have no idea where you would buy this, but it just has really nice photography in it, and it talks about God, or like I think these are verses from the Bible or something. Also, the covers are so pretty. I love the covers, so I just keep it for the covers. And then I have another one, and this one's Minute Meditation, God's Greatness, and it has like a little rose, and I just love the font of this, I don't know, and I love the mustard color and the rose, and inside it has really cute drawings. Like look at this little church, and like what else is it? It's like another rose, which is so pretty, and then like, wow, 6 God. But yeah. So the next book I have is Night Film. I got this at Chapters for like, it was actually $10, and then it was marked down again, and it came to $7, but original price is $34, and I would never buy this book for $34, but I would buy it for $7, which I did. I guess this is kind of worth $34, because it is pretty heavy. It's a hardcover, and it's a pretty sturdy, weighty book. So this is Night Film by Marisha, pessl, but I don't really know the synopsis of this. Well, I kind of do, but not really. I'm pretty sure it's about this Russian film director who directs like horror movies or just really weird like foreign films, and his daughter commits suicide, but one of his fans that happens to be a private detective or something tries to uncover the real reason for his daughter's death, and he thinks that it's not just a suicide. So I think that's pretty interesting. Hopefully I got the synopsis right. Maybe it's totally something left. Another book that I got from Chapters, and this was $9, I'm pretty sure, or this is Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie's We Should All Be Feminists. I'm sorry if I just butchered her name, but I'm trying, okay? I really love her TED Talks, and I actually watched a TED Talk by her, and it's called The Dangers of a Single Story, or maybe it's called A Single Story, I don't really remember, but I watched the TED Talk and I was obsessed, so I had to get this book. And I think this is the transcript or just like the essay of that TED Talk, and I'm pretty sure this We Should All Be Feminists TED Talk was included in Beyonce's song Flawless, which I love Beyonce, so yeah, I'm so excited to read this. I can probably read this in like an hour, not even. And I'm really excited. I really want to watch more of her TED Talk. The Dangers of a Single Story, which I think is what it's called. It was so good, and it tackles stereotyping and perspective so well. The negative connotations of stereotyping and how like one story can literally make a wave on everybody and become a focus of an event or a person or a culture just because of a single story, and it can become so one-dimensional that you kind of become blind about everything else when you only hear a single story, which is just such a good freaking TED Talk. Like, I feel like whenever I listen to TED Talks, I become so much smarter. And I think that's all. That's all for my haul. And let's get on to my TBR. So this year I'm hoping to read 2 more books, or maybe 3 more books if I'm shooting high. I already read 4. The last 2 I'll show you guys, the most recent ones, and I'll talk about that a little. But yeah, I'm so excited to read books because I love books. So these are the books that are next to my to be read. So these are the books that I want to read this year. So the last 2 books I read was Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl, which I already seen the movie, and then I wanted to read the book. And honestly, I'm very disappointed in the book. The movie is so much better. The movie is like everything that is not problematic and great about the book put into a movie. So it's like, and also they made Greg's character way less annoying in the movie, which God bless, because in the book he's kind of annoying. Like his self-deprecation is like, I understand, I feel you, Greg, but like at the same time I'm like, shut up, stop. I get that he puts himself down first before anyone else can, which I feel that, but like honestly in every chapter we don't need that. I love the character development, but honestly they have some problematic features in this book, which are like the weird talks about sexuality, not in a good way. Like they kind of like are really biphobic in the book, which I don't know why. Like how is that okay? But anyways, I guess. And that's like what kind of made this book like a downfall for me. I think the movie is so much better, and I just recommend going and watching a movie and falling in love with the movie and just skipping this book because it's not that great. Next thing, or next book I have that is my very most recent book that I read is Go Ask Alex by Anonymous, and it's not actually anonymous, and I just want to put this out. This is not actually a real diary. It's a fake diary written by like some Mormon youth counselor that was supposed to be like anti-drug propaganda and to scare kids away from drugs, which in hindsight I can definitely see why this book was written by a Mormon youth counselor, because literally this girl takes speed or LSD in the book for the first time, and then she's like, oh my god, I'm so scared to try weed though. And then like literally the next chapter she's like trying heroin and all that stuff, which is horrible. But literally she was scared to try weed, and she was like saying like weed is like the devil, weed is so bad and all that shit. And then she's like literally tripping on speed and LSD and all that and ecstasy while she's so scared of trying weed, which kind of doesn't make sense to me. I mean, anyways, yeah, this book is really unrealistic, and because this book is so unrealistic, and when there's a shitty book, you know that there's going to be a shitty ending that's going to be so over the top that you're going to be like, why did you do that? And this book is exactly the trope for that. Like, out of all bad books, this is a really bad book. On to my TBR books that I want to read for this year. I have Gillian Flynn's Sharp Objects. I want to read Sharp Objects. Very excited to read it. Looks very interesting. I actually have no idea what this is about because I did not read the back, but I just bought it because it was Gillian Flynn and Gillian Flynn. Is it Gillian? Gillian Flynn? Is Gillian Flynn like GIF? Not Gillian Flynn like GIF. Maybe. I don't know. I kind of don't have any idea what it's about, but it's a psychological thriller, or a thriller at least. I love thrillers and I love psychological thrillers, so this will be good. The next book I'm hoping to read is Catcher in the Rye, which I have never read before. I know it's about this kid named Austin, I think, or something like that. I really think it's Austin. I know some people hate the main character and some people love the main character, and I'm a very character-driven person when it comes to books and when it comes to movies. Like, if I hate a character so much, it makes me have a really hard time to watch the show, and it makes me have a really hard time reading the book. So hopefully I do like him, or else I'll be pissed off the whole book. And I just think it's about this kid that moves to New York City or something like that. I have no idea what this book is about either. That's why I want to read it. And the next book I want to read before 2017 ends is Night Film. And yeah, I think that is all for my TBR. And that's all for my haul. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys later.